In the year 2000, Wizards of the Coast came out with a really curious book they just called Gazetteer. And I want to talk about it today on Greyhawk. So, Gazetteer, this is a weird book. Um, like I said, it came out in 2000. It's only 32 pages long. And the book is basically an overview of the world of Greyhawk, which I believe was the default world for D&D for a while. This would have been a 3.0 or 3.5 era. Um, and it's actually a pretty interesting thing. It comes, it's got the booklet, it's got a map, not one you see all that often. It's certainly not the Darlene map, but it's a pretty cool looking map. It's not bad. It's got all the cities marked out. It goes a little further to the west than most maps that I've seen. So it's pretty good. The weird thing is, um, it's not labeled Greyhawk at all, right? It's Dungeons and Dragons. This was meant at the time to be the default world for Dungeons and Dragons, the game. So this was the world of Dungeons and Dragons. And the book itself is, like I said, 32 pages long. It's standard black and white, what you would get from that era. Um, and it's designed by Gary Holian, Eric Mona, Sean Reynolds, Frederick Wining, Skip Williams, and Ed Stark. What you'd expect. It's got a quick overview, like a one-page overview of the D&D world, which gives the calendar and climate and things like that. It's got a really brief overview of history, which is actually pretty decent. It's giving you what you need. It gives a little more detail than the gold box did, but it doesn't overwhelm you. It's not the fire hose that the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer is. There's like a 3-page, 2.5-page history, and then it's got the Realms of the Flyness, which is most of the book. And it's got what you would expect for this thing. It gives you the name. It's got the ruler, the cities, the population, resources, alignment, that kind of thing. Um, so it's decent. It gives like a paragraph or two for each one. Again, much like the old folio or the gold box did. Um, but what gets me, I still can't get over the fact that it's not. Um, uh, marketed. It's not branded as Greyhawk. It's just branded as D&D. So that was an interesting thing for me to note. I mean, I've had this for years, but um, and it has the gods as sidebars here, which is a very interesting way to do it. Obviously, it doesn't give all the gods. And there's not like a comprehensive listing of them or anything like that, but it does give the big ones, the major ones that you would need to run the game are in here. Others would be obviously in the player's handbook or the DM's guide, as the default choices. Then it's got geography like forests and mountains and stuff like that, um, and so on. It's got some really cool art. There's a great one of some trolls. I'm guessing that's the troll fens that they're coming out of, or something like that. So yeah, troll fens. So it's neat. It's neat overall. And it's got power groups, got 2.5, 3 pages on power groups like the Circle of Eight, the Horn Society, the Knights of the Watch, that sort of thing. One thing stands out to me for the Horn Society. Um, no one, I'm going to read, it's only 2 paragraphs, but it's really interesting. No one knows the true age of the Horn Society. Most scholars perceive them as opportunists who emerged earlier this century to fill the void left by the retreat of the Ayus. I guess that's just a typo, from the city of Molag, and then were swept away after his return. Some think of them as pretentious bandits with delusions of grandeur. More ominous speculation gives the organization ancient roots. In fact, some druids speak of the dreaded horned ones, cultists who stalked the night in ancient times. It is not certain whether the modern Horn Society is a descendant of those predators. Conflicting reports place the Horn Society as worshippers of the god Nerul or of devils. And we've talked about the Horn Society before, and that actually is right in line with trying to reconcile the differences between the Gord the Rogue book, where Nerul the Reaper shows up uh, with the Horn Society, or the original folio, which says that that deviltry is the religion of the Horn Society. Both seem likely since the organization is made of many factions. Their 13 leaders are drawn from many classes, including powerful fighters, clerics, and wizards. The philosophy of the Horn Society is to rule through might and fear. Overtones of human supremacy also factor in, which is a good, interesting question. Let me just see something real quick while I have you here. Um, yeah, you see, they're not even listed as a power in here, so they're just a society. Which I know a lot of people in the fandom, Greyhawk fandom community, have speculated that the Horn Society is too cool an idea to get rid of just because they lost the Greyhawk Wars, so that they should be kept around as a kind of a more nebulous threat, and the Gazetteer kind of confirms that. It also mentioned something while I was flipping through it, getting ready for this video. It mentioned something very odd. Um, it's because it's set in 591. It's set right, in the same era as the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer. Um, blah, blah, to the south, in the hold of the Sea Princes, monks of the Scarlet Sign fell on each other in a bloody civil war in 589 common year. Though the reclusive master of the Brotherhood gained much in the savage southern jungles, his Floness holdings began to crumble. I don't remember that Civil War thing mentioned anywhere else. I'll have to double check. I might just be forgetting it in Southern, but it just kind of stood out to me. It's like, that seems pretty significant. On the whole, this is a nifty little book, and if you're looking for something with what I feel is a really nice amount of detail that covers the 591 era, and it gives a little history, a little backgrounds and stuff. This does the job without really burying you in detail. It is available as a PDF on Drive-Thru RPG, and I know I've seen these in used bins at conventions before, because most people kind of overlook it. But this is an often overlooked and I think really nifty resource if you're looking for information on the world of Greyhawk, and you're not looking to be overwhelmed with detail, but you're also you don't want to be stuck in 576. You want to see, go take the setting to as far as it was taken. This is a really good way to do that. It was obviously published as a sort of an intro to get people jazzed up for Living Greyhawk. Because right at the end here, looking for more on the world of D&D, if the world of the D&D Gazetteer interests you, be sure to look for the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer at 192, which will be coming soon to your retailer. And then there's a little blurb here. In August of 2000, Wizards of the Coast and RPGA Network will launch Living Greyhawk, setting the most ambitious shared world D&D campaign in history. So this was meant to, I think, generate some excitement for Living Greyhawk, which makes perfect sense from a marketing standpoint. But just from a plain D&D Greyhawk thing, you cannot go wrong with this if you want a kind of a light treatment that takes place in 591. This is the one to get. I'll put a link to the PDF down below. And hey, that's it. Let me know what you think of this. Have you, do you have this? Have you used it a lot? There's I'd love to hear your experience with this thing. I'm a fan. So this is a good one. So anyway, that's what I got for this week. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and to you all.
Thanks for watching today's video. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Below you'll find links to my Patreon, which helps make these videos possible. You'll also find the web store where you can buy my books, and my blog where you'll find all sorts of free downloads and other articles. Thanks, and have a great day.